So now that the Epstein files are out, can we get one Democrat to admit that you never cared about the victims? Because if you did, you guys would be calling for Bill Clinton's head. You guys would be furious about Bill Clinton, your own, a guy with a D by his name, just like you. But you don't care. You don't care about the victims. You don't care about anything other than Donald Trump being on those files and somehow being incriminated. That's all you guys cared about.
Because he's guilty. Let me ask you, do you wear gloves when you cradle the orange nuts? Or do you prefer a more personal touch, skin to skin? Which is it? Because that is all you do on here. You cradle the nuts. You're a nut cradler. I mean, how oblivious can you be? How many red flags do you need to see he's guilty? On your bio it reads, here to discuss the psychology of US politics. Well, I'm here to discuss cults and people who defend pedos. All you're doing is that same deflection shit that every other cult member is doing. You said Democrats don't care about the victims and they should be furious and calling for Bill Clinton's head. Which side is calling for all the files to be released and which side is holding back? You see, you dickheads used to use outliers. You take one example of something and use that to describe a whole group of people. But now you're making up stupid shit with no examples. Literally everyone on the left, all normal people say, if Clinton is guilty, lock him up. Find me one person on the left who is making excuses for Bill Clinton. Find me one. I mean, this is fucking wild. One side is doing everything they can to not release the files, and it's not the left. Even Bill Clinton says, release all the files, bitch. What do you got to say about that? And by the way, some of the files released are not too flattering for your boy. You might want to read them. You need to make excuses for your leader with every little thing.
Trump had gloves on. Donald Trump at the Army-Navy game, he had gloves on. That's why he did it. There are going to be people making videos about this. Y'all mark my words.
I gotta protect my leader. He's not a fucking idiot who can't even flip a coin. He was wearing gloves. Ha! He was wearing gloves. But what you don't realize is that your excuse for him made him look just as stupid. In front of the world, he had one simple task that required not wearing gloves, and he was too fucking stupid to do it. So you're trying to make the point that he's not a complete fucking imbecile because he was wearing gloves. Well, that's not the first time that he had to flip a coin. Let's see what it looks like when he's not wearing gloves.
Other than the landing on the ground part, instead of flipping the coin with his thumb, Trump sort of...
Same fucking imbecile. You support a pedo who can't flip a coin. And I'll tell you what, I'm going on record and saying, if Bill Clinton is guilty, or if anyone's guilty of doing something, little girls, lock them up. Now you make a video saying that about Trump.